Hello once again and welcome to Inside Earlham College Golf with head coach Matt GEHRING. When we come back, we're going to talk about what happened last week and of course the schedule beginning to wind down a little bit as the season gets closer and closer into the month of October. We'll do that coming up in just a moment right here on Inside Earlham College Golf on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
The Energy Center is located in the west side of the Athletics and Wellness Center. The weight room is open to the Earlham campus as well as members of the Richmond community. The center features state-of-the-art fitness equipment such as treadmills, ellipticals, stationary bicycles, rowing machines, strength training equipment, free weights, and more.
Back once again, great to have you with us. And Coach, first off, let's go back to last week a little bit, give us an update, and certainly the busy schedule continues, but as I said, beginning to wind down a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. Last weekend was the biggest weekend we had. We had a tournament Friday, Saturday up in Fort Wayne for the St. Francis Invitational. That was a great weekend, especially for the girls. Friday, Hannah Torsdahl shot not only a school record, but one of the lowest records I've seen of anybody in our conference in a while with a 74.
Wow.
So I was really happy with that. Erin Monroe came in with an 89, which is the lowest score she's had all season. And then on Saturday, Emma Wilkins came in with a 93, which is her lowest score of the season.
Good.
So we're progressing in the right direction, which you always want to do at this point in time. The men's also played at that tournament as well. Our number one player, Jared Burr, unfortunately had to withdraw. He had a back injury that he was kind of dealing with, so he didn't play Friday or Saturday. So of course that was all, that was a big thing for us not to be able to have his score and his leadership there. And then on Sunday, again, we went back to my alma mater and played in the Defiance Invitational. Had a really good showing considering Jared didn't play. But we had Matt Truex fire a 78 and Graham Gerard shot a 79. So we were really happy with the turnout there. And then now we move towards the home invitational this weekend. So we're really looking forward to having a good showing there.
And by the way, I'm hoping, of course, as we talk today, a little bit of rain expected here in the next couple of days, which is something you're used to by now, right? I mean, when haven't you seen rain?
Oh,
anyway?
Every day.
Coach, go back to the 74. As you mentioned, that brought probably a lot of people's eyes going, hey, wait.
Especially considering she was a freshman, going around, I had to bounce between all the different groups there, and everybody was saying, your freshman's really good. I can't believe she's a freshman. She's great. So it's really good that you want to see all your players play well, but especially your freshmen. It's good to see her play well. I don't think she missed an entire shot.
Wow.
I think she hit every single par 4 and par 5 fairway that we had, or the course had. It was just she was in a zone. Yeah. I didn't do anything. It was just that was all on her this weekend. So, and again, Erin shot her best round of the year as well, and it's so great to see the girls progressing towards where we need to be by the time the conference championship rolls around.
You'd mentioned last time we talked, you got a chance to go back to your alma mater, Defiance. How'd all that feel?
It was bittersweet.
I bet, yeah.
All the guys on Defiance are guys that I recruited. I'm still good friends with them. But again, at the end of the day, it's a business trip. Yeah. You take your guys that you have now there and hope to take care of some business. And I think for the most part, we did what we needed to do. We played at a conference course that we're going to see throughout the next few years, and we played awfully well. Considering that they never played there before, it's the first season, freshman jitters and everything. But on Sunday, I was very pleased with the effort that they gave in, and the scores I think reflected it. But again, going back there it was good to see everybody. But again, it's always bittersweet.
Yeah. You know what? That's going to happen more and more, isn't it?
Absolutely,
sure.
Absolutely.
Coach, before we talk about this weekend, and I just learned a little bit ago that you guys have your simulator as of this discussion.
Yep, absolutely.
Ready to go.
Oh yeah.
Tell us a little bit about it and how this has progressed and how this is really going to help your program.
Yeah, we have something that not a lot of schools in our conference have, but when you're looking at the overall landscape of Division III golf, especially in the Midwest, we've got our own indoor facility right on campus here in the True Blood Fieldhouse. It's got an indoor putting green, a couple hitting bays. Now we have the Flight Scope simulator to analyze all of our swings, especially in the off season, which is key when a coach can't be there the entire time. The players have 100% access to that. They can go in, they can get on the simulator. There's 15 different courses that they can play.
Wow.
So it's one of those things that, again, it's one of those things that where Earlham kind of stands apart from everybody else, that we're able to do things a little bit differently and give our players some amenities that they wouldn't get really anywhere else. So I'm anxious to get everything set up. I think at 3 o'clock today is where we're going to get everything set up, and I know the players are excited. And I know a lot of the recruits that I've been talking to are excited about it. So it's a big thing, not only for our program, but I think the Earlham athletic department as well. It's a huge deal.
And again, that shows the commitment to the program, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I've been a part of another institution before, and they were committed to the golf program, but not to the extent that Mike and all of our athletic department is. They're so thrilled that we have golf, and the financial commitment that some of our alumni are showing to that speaks volumes about the dedication and commitment that they have to the overall athletic landscape of Earlham.
Let me add one other thing to that too, and not just from the recruiting standpoint of what you're doing, but let's face it, in the Midwest, your weather isn't always very nice outside.
Oh, absolutely.
What a great thing to do, knowing that if I need to work on my game, I have a place to come indoors and do so.
Yeah, because a lot of the schools, if they can't get outside because of the weather, they're not doing anything.
That's right.
So this allows us to really never take a day off. The players have complete access to it. So when we do have days off, or again in the off season, when I have to be hands off, they can go down and work on their game. They can work on all the different facets of the game. And really in the Midwest, there's about 2.5, 3 months where you really don't want to go outside and play golf. So this allows us to do things that a bunch of other programs that we're competing with just don't have the means to do. Yeah. So like I said, we're all excited about it, and I'm really anxious to see what kind of jump all of our players have from the end of the fall season to the beginning of the spring season, when they're really, if everybody does what they should do, there's really no layoff and no learning curve and getting back into the swing of things when the spring comes around.
That's exciting. So we'll look forward to that as well. And Coach, you mentioned again, we'll keep our fingers crossed. I think maybe by Friday, most of the rain's supposed to be out of here. So that's good news. Talk a little bit about this weekend.
Yeah, I think we're moving towards being able to, compete. The girls compete individually at our home tournament, and the guys, as a team. I think they're, after this past weekend, I think it opened up the eyes of everybody to what we really can do. So we're really looking forward to, my expectations, no matter what, is to have one of our girls win the tournament and have one of our guys win the tournament, and then for our team to win the tournament. That never changes, but you always want to do that at your home tournament. And the field is good. I think that we have a distinct home field advantage playing at Forest Hills, that we know all of the local knowledge that you need to be able to succeed at Forest Hills. So I'm really, really excited and anxious to see what kind of scores we can put together, and hopefully, those trophies that we got, hopefully they can stay in Richmond for another year.
I hope so. Coach, good to see you again, man.
Hey, absolutely. Thank you, Troy.
All right. Again this weekend, and if you get a chance, maybe go out to Forest Hills and watch some of the action this coming weekend, and we'll talk with the head coach next time as we'll get an update. As it sounds like to me, things are progressing very well with the men's and women's golf programs. Thanks for being with us. This has been Inside Earlham College Golf right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports.